Neo-colonization.
This motion that states neo-colonization has both merits and demerits with regard to development in developing countries. I'll start by changing the motion for you. Neo-colonization. It is a domination by African countries by more powerful states. Merits, these are advantages, while demerits are disadvantages. Regardless to, it means in relation to. Developed. This is the process that creates growth. Developing. These are countries that are still developing. And this leads me to my first point, advancing of the technology. Let's take an instance of the Western countries. It helps us to develop in sectors like health and education. Let me tell you as to why I'm saying health sectors. During the Corona period, our country was not able to produce oxygen. Oxygen was paramount in our country. Yes, it was there, but it was paramount in our country. So we needed help from the Western countries that helped us to improve the technology, and we are even able to produce our own oxygen to help the patients the hospital survive. We can also take an instance of Kenya. Our country had technologies of the machines. These machines were invented. We are not able to invent, but the Western countries have more technology of inventing those machines that help us to create medicine to help the patients in the hospital. Education sectors. On to my second point, education sectors. I'll also take an example of an instance during the Corona period. Students had a period of long-time holidays staying at home. Education is not taking place. A teacher and a student meeting in a class, but it is taking place in Zoom, in the phones. Is that not technology? It is. There are meetings through phones. Yes, you can understand and see the teacher. You can get more knowledge, and the teacher can help you to understand what is going to be taught. Some of us also participated in the online classes. That is through technology. The Western countries have helped us more to develop in technology in our country. Still, in the health sector, we have machines in the hospitals, in most of our hospitals, that help us to cure diseases just like cancer. We have machines that help us in the therapy. The CT scan, this helps us develop more quickly to scan our bodies. And can get what the patient is suffering more is that technology. You have to convince me that that is not technology, and you have to support that the Western countries are the only world has to know.
Mbaya, a chaplain from White House, ready to oppose the motion that states neo-colonization has both merits and demerits with regards to development in developing countries. I'll start by defining the motion. Neo-colonization. It is the controlling of less developed countries with developed countries. Merits and demerits, advantages and disadvantages. With regards is to say something in a particular way. Development is gradual growth of something so that it becomes more advanced. Developed countries. Developing countries. These are countries that depend on developed countries in foreign aid. And to my first point, economic dependency syndrome. It comes in when instead of us to work hard so that we can improve on the economical development and the living standards, we are relaxed depending on the aid that will come from the developed countries. And for example is USA, China and Britain. We depend for those countries so that they can bring development in our country. The second point, heavy taxation. We all know that now we have China is owning us a lot of money and we need to pay them back with an interest. So it's the taxpayer, this forces the government to impose heavy taxes on the taxpayer so that we can pay the Chinese the debt. If not, the Chinese are threatening to take Mombasa if we don't pay the debt on time. Thank you.
we should talk about facts, not rhetorics. According to the world records in 2021, Kenya was granted $55.6 billion to improve in infrastructure in Kenya. I go by the name Chinyabo Vanessa from the Blue House team. You talked about depending on ourselves. How can you depend on ourselves and instead we don't even have the quality, we don't even know how we'll invent those things. We need the outside world, we need the Western side to help us, those developing countries to help us so that we can improve in our own infrastructures. On to my first point. I'm talking about the SGR. The SGR has helped us to transport cargoes 10 times more than the road does. And like, let's say, for instance, even the SGR is much cheaper. You can find from Mombasa to Nairobi, we pay 1,000 with the SGR. But when you use the normal roads, you can pay even more than 4,000. Another thing, it's easier on transporting. It does not cause jams. You can find when you use roads, you can use roads from here to, let's say, Nairobi. How long does it take using SGR? Just 4 hours. 4 hours. When you use roads, you can find like 13 hours if there is no jams, if there is no traffic jams. And let's say you have a sick person in an ambulance. What will you do? And it is an emergency. What will you do? Will you let the person to die? We should thank the outside world for helping us build this SGR, the Standard Gauge Railway, don't we? We do. Another thing. The current expressway from Wayaki Way to Mlolongo connection directly to International Jomo Kenyatta Airport. You can find investors coming from other countries to our country. If there was no that highway, what will they use? It will even make them stay on the way for a long period of time. We should thank those people for building that Wayaki Way and connecting it to Mlolongo so that you can reach different ways. Much easier. Thank you.
My name is Sakina Nyazua from White House. Yes. Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana, defined neocolonization as a concept that warns us of potential and underdevelopment. On to the first speaker. You talk about Western countries. It looks like you depend more on them. But we are Africans and we are humans like them. We have minds. They don't have gods in their